Don't forget to share the video after watching it. As we flew past Uranus, we decided to visit its closest neighbor, located even further out in the cosmic darkness. It's a windy planet named after the patron saint of the sea, Neptune. Somewhere at the back of the solar system, at a distance of 4.5 billion kilometers from our star, slowly floats a huge, almost the size of Uranus, a planet, a year on which lasts more than 1.5 Earth centuries, and to be absolutely precise, 165 years. That is, since its discovery in 1846, a little more than a year has passed by the standards of a distant planet. A vacation on Neptune is a very exotic choice. In general, the planets beyond the Kuiper asteroid belt are not known for their hospitality. Two things that absolutely wait for you on Neptune are the terrible cold and titanic winds. The terrain is not diverse, as the planet is a gas giant, which means its surface is covered by an icy hydrogen ocean. But there is a place where you can take great photos. It's Neptune's satellite, Triton. About him a little later. To begin with, it is worth seeing the sights of the blue-green giant. First, a little about the weather. To get a tan on Neptune is utopia. From the sun to the distant planet reaches very little heat, 900 times less than the Earth. In addition, the summer temperature on Neptune is minus 200 degrees Celsius, so we'll have to wait until floating solariums are invented on its surface. The change of seasons is not very varied, but their duration is truly impressive. It is about 40 Earth years. Secondly, the breeze on Neptune is quite brisk and fresh. There is also its own stationary hurricane, similar in size to Earth. The speed of the vortex reaches 330 kilometers per second, but it is trifles compared to the hurricanes blowing in the turbulent atmosphere of the planet. Here, speeds vary from 400 to 700 meters per second, so the stormy Earth gusts taking away railroad locomotives will seem a trifle before the deadly power of Typhoon's Neptune. If the wind and monotonous ocean tourist a little bored, then you can go to a more interesting place. It is Triton, the legendary satellite of Neptune. What is it famous for? To begin with, the flight from Neptune to Triton can be compared to a tour to the hot Egypt, because the satellite is only minus 23 degrees Celsius. In addition, on Triton recorded a unique natural phenomenon, cryovolcanism. But let's talk about everything in order. What unusual attractions await a person on Triton? On the satellite, a tourist can finally not drift among the ice, but walk on the surface. But it must be done carefully, because the 200-kilometer layer of nitrogen ice is covered with cracks similar to melon peel. Under the huge ice cap hides an ocean 150 kilometers deep of ammonia, methane, and salts, so you should not count on fishing. It is unlikely that in this infernal mixture inhabits something alive. Therefore, divers on Triton will also be disappointed. But there is a bigger spectacle, geysers. They look like small boiling fountains bursting out of the bowels of the Earth. Here a tourist is waiting for a mesmerizing picture. Among the frozen, icy desert, suddenly with a thunderous sound, breaks nitrogenous ice, and at a height comparable to Mount Everest, soars column of liquid, the thickness of which can reach 2 kilometers. Triton's atmosphere turns this column into a 150-kilometer-long plume. This is not the fountains of Las Vegas. If you want to know even more, go to our public link on the screen. And in the description, there is a lot of interesting things from the unexplored universe, dead but fabulously beautiful worlds. And if you liked the video, put a big electronic like and subscribe to the channel. Space Voyage continues. Follow the updates.